Okay guys, I'm going to try to get this done before I get interrupted here. This is going to be a review of my Taurus PT101P, chambered in 40 Smith & Wesson. The gun is not clear. I'll go ahead and clear it right now. Okay, just so you can see, it is clear. Really like this gun. I'm actually maybe going to be selling it today so I can get a smaller gun. If I had the money, I would keep it and get a smaller gun, but that's not the case at this moment, so it's one of those tough decisions you have to make. Excuse me. I'll go ahead and get into the review. It is a large frame gun. It has a 5-inch barrel, 3-point ambidextrous safety. You have safe, fire, and then the decocker, and it is on both sides. So that's a very nice feature to have. Let's see what else. Magazines are 16+1, so they're double stacked, which makes for a pretty wide grip. Let's see if I can figure out a way to show you how this grip is. To give you an idea, this is my grip. Trying to figure out how to show you this. I can wrap all the way back around with my thumb over my top, or my index, my middle finger. Let me get the finger right. My middle finger, and I'll show you how long that distance is for me. I'll give you the measurement. And from the tip of my middle finger to the base of my palm is 7.5 inches. So that should give you an idea of what it's going to be like for you. So 7.5 inches from the tip of my finger to right about there. So I don't know if that'll give you a good idea or not. Do a quick field strip. You do the field strip by depressing the button on the right side of the frame and flip the switch. The slide slides forward, comes off. That's the inner workings of the gun. You have the guide rod and spring, and then the barrel just pops out like that. So that is it, disassembled. Not too bad, doesn't take too long. I thought I cleaned it yesterday, but I've got a lot of black crap on my hands, so let's see. Put it back together. Get the barrel seated right. Spring goes in the first notch. Then it slides back on, hopefully. You just have to get it slightly back. You can flip the switch and it stays. So back together and it works. This is the model with the adjustable rear sight. So it comes with a screwdriver. You turn this screw to to move right and left, and this screw to lift up and down. It's a fixed front sight, skeletonized slide, so it is modeled after the Beretta 96, which is the 40 Smith & Wesson version of the Beretta 92. So this gun you actually cannot find on Taurus's website at the moment. They have a 101 that has a 10-round capacity and one that has an 11-round capacity. I'm not sure what all modifications they had to do to make to this gun to get it to hold the 16, but it does hold it. It does fire fairly well. It does have quite a bit of kick for 40 compared to other 40s that I've shot, but it is an enjoyable gun. It is fairly heavy. It's 34 ounces, so it gets a little old carrying it all the time. With it being so large, it is quite difficult to conceal, which is one of the reasons that I'm looking at a smaller gun. Other than that, just to keep around the house, I really like it. It has the rail so you can put a light on it, and all in all, it's not a bad gun. You can reverse the magazine release, not something that I've done. It has the slide release here. It locks back on empty. A really versatile gun. It's just really big, so I do not recommend it for concealed carry. I'm 6 foot, 250 pounds, and it gets old carrying it, especially if you're carrying another magazine. The magazines are not light, even empty. I don't know the exact weight on those, so I'm doing this kind of spur of the moment since I've been out of town and wasn't really planning on selling it, but I have a guy that's interested, so wanted to get this out there just in case anybody that watches my videos is actually interested in this gun. I bought it at Academy, their Black Friday sale. They have sold the last couple of years from what I've been told. I don't know that for sure, but it runs $299 on Black Friday, and you can buy it year-round for $379, so $80 off. Not a bad deal if you're interested in it and you just have the money to burn. So let's see, what else was I going to say about this? I think that's probably it. Oh, of course, the first shot is double action. Let's see if I can actually get this. I'll do it left-handed. Is double action. So you pull the trigger and it cocks the hammer and fires. After that, if there is a chamber that's been fired, the blowback will have cocked the hammer for the next round, and it is single action. So that gives you an idea of what you have. Let's see if I can figure out what the weight is on this trigger pull. Don't know the exact weight on the trigger pull. So overall height is 5.638 inches. The length is 8.5 inches. Barrel length, I already told you it was 5 inches. And I'll give you an idea of how wide it is. At the widest point, it is just under 1 3/4 inches. So, and then you put it inside a holster, and it gets a little bit big. Let's just put it that way. So, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. Hopefully it was informative. If I had the option, I would keep it, which I guess I do have the option, but it really hurts to sit on for a while. So if you guys have any questions about it, please feel free to ask. I'll tell you all that I know, which isn't a whole lot, but I fired one. I've carried one for, I guess, 7 months now. So it is a nice gun. It's easy to take apart. It's a good gun for a beginner. But I highly recommend getting out and trying other guns before you settle on this. So thank you guys for watching. Have a good day.